Hello, hello. Jax West from Stephen Avery Project, MAM Gossip, Justice with Jax. We're here on this lovely Friday to talk again about the rally we have coming up on July 25th. Andrea's first. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Kimber and Kat. Which K is next? So and Tara. And my dogs are barking downstairs. All right. So, again, our rally on the 25th. Oh, dang. I think it's on my iPad. And my iPad's downstairs. I should have had that up here because I was making a schedule in the notes on my iPad. Hello, Christy. Of what I am envisioning for the rally, the dates and or the times and what's going on. I did just add on that I'm going to be there on the Friday. So maybe we will have some kind of get together on anybody who comes on the Friday. But they told me that I wasn't able to get the rate that we have for the rally for Stephen, that's only booked for the Saturday, I guess. The Saturday through Sunday at a special rate of 119. So to add on the Friday for me was 126, which she says is normally 150 something, she claims, and that she gave me some kind of special. I don't know. I don't care. So it was $126 for the Friday night, 119 for the Saturday night. And hello, Carol Ann and Melissa. And it's supposed to include a free breakfast and a drink in their bar. So I haven't thought about anything in particular for the Friday yet, since I just literally booked that a half hour ago or so. So we've got the rally is starting on Saturday the 25th at 2 o'clock to go from 2 to 4. And hello, Teresa and Lynn and Rob and Maria and Claire. And so from 2 to 4, we'll be standing along, hello, Dano, on the sidewalk in front of Waupun. We will ask everybody to practice social distancing. Hello, Nick. And try and stay 6 feet away from one another. Maybe we should have everybody, put their arms out, to make sure people are far from you, this 6 feet, even though my arm's not 6 feet. That's just dumb. Well, they have to put their arms 6 feet. There you go. So we'll be there from 2 to 4, standing along the sidewalk. For those who Noah and Rob, hello, Noah. For those who are in a higher risk category for COVID or are not physically able to stand for 2 hours, we're inviting you. Hey, Court and Lori. We're encouraging you to decorate your cars, and you can drive around that block for those 2 hours, or you don't have to do it for the full 2 hours. It's, come and go as you want. So we want you to decorate those cars, honk your horns, drive around, show your support for Stephen. And then Court is on here now. She went with her sister to scan Oshkosh, where Brendan is, and there's no sidewalks, and there doesn't seem to be a place, a public area around Brendan's prison that we will be able to stand. They also scouted out an overpass nearby, but that overpass also does not have sidewalk on it. So there's nowhere we can legally stand for a while. So what I'm proposing is when we're done at Waupun, everybody then load up into their cars and we'll drive from Waupun to Oshkosh, and we'll have our, so even the ones that were standing out at Waupun, we have our cars decorated as well. And we drive up to Brendan's prison and drive around a little bit in that area and honk horns and it'd be fun. And then after that, we would drive back to the hotel in Fond du Lac, and people can get themselves cleaned up and meet at the restaurant, and we'll have dinner. And then we'll go to the bar. I don't know if the restaurant and bar are the same thing or if those are two different things. I haven't even looked that well into it. And we'll do like a little happy hour socializing at the bar. I'm planning on, so then if we are going to be, Heather will be there in spirit. If we're going to be at Waupun from 2 to 4, we will go live, I'm thinking 2:30. So maybe do a live from 2:30 to 3:30. Elizabeth and Nathan say hi. Well, hello to Elizabeth and Nathan. So maybe what I could do is I could just also set my camera up on a tripod, my phone up, and have it filming, and different supporters can go up to the camera while we're there at the rally and talk and express themselves. And if we have any locals that want to talk. Now, obviously, it's not that long of a time, and we don't want somebody taking up all the time, to try and talk. This is just a, who are you? Where are you from? Why do you support Stephen, or, a feeling of Stephen or for Brendan, however you want. In talking with, let me finish that line of thought first. So we would have the live from like 2:30 to 3:30 at Waupun. And then when we get to Oshkosh, maybe I will park at the prison and then walk by the road there and go live and film your cars driving around the prison. Thinking maybe doing that, something like that. Hello, Melissa and Billy Joe and Sophia. Then, like I said, we go back to the hotel, clean up, have dinner. Then when we're at the happy hour thing, we'll go live again. So probably what we'll do is the live from the prisons will be on Stephen Avery Project. The lives from the hotel will be here in Gossip. So then I wanted to address Kim and Court. Spoke with both of them yesterday, and Court is here, and Francis says hi. Holy cow, how many people are you got there? Everybody bunkering down with COVID together there. We all can think we know what it's like to be Kim in Court, but we don't live in Manitowoc, and we don't have Manitowoc after us. You know what I mean? So, and then for Kim, there's a whole lot in there with what happened to her with the family, and it's just a lot. And then when you get this division in all these different making a murderer groups on who's on the family side, who's against the family, who likes the guilters, blah, blah, blah. And Kim and Court want everybody to just get along. They really don't understand why there is this constant division. Well, you understand why there is, because a lot of those people are just there for popularity and money. And they want to be the only ones and knock out all the competition, I guess you would say. So, but they would really like everybody to be able to just work together for Stephen and Brendan. So, here's what I'm going to do. Hi, Carla. Hi, Chad. Hi, everybody else who's watching this but hate me. Here's your invitation to the rally. If you, well, Chad now says he's a guilter, correct? So you're not invited. So, Chad, go fuck yourself. Here's the invitation to the Avery family. And the Avery family's fans. If you are truly about supporting Stephen and Brendan, please come out to this rally. Because that's what this rally is for. Showing our support for Stephen and Brendan. Sandra Greenman, here's your invitation. Tracy Strunzi, Angie Schuster, whatever her name is. Here's all your invitation. Hello, William. No fight. Not, I'm not causing any drama. I react to your actions. So if you want to come to this rally and be a big girl, put on your big girl panties, and we're all able to just be there together in showing our support for Stephen and Brendan, bring it. Anybody who comes there with ill intentions, if you're a guilter, if you're a pedophile stalker who has been messaging every single woman who will post on this video, don't bother. And to all of you who have been receiving messages, whether or not it's in private messenger, on your Twitter, on whatever, if you are getting cyberbullied, please send it to me. I am going to give it to the Waupun Police Department. Because if this person thinks they're going to intimidate people and scare them off from attending this rally because they are a guilter, it's not working. You don't scare me in the slightest. Just saying. That's first of all. But we'll just let the police know that somebody is coming who has been bullying women. I have yet to receive anything from a man that he has said anything to a man. He's only going after the women. So, private message me your screenshots. I will happily, if you do not want your name included, I will black out your name, or before you send me the screenshot, black out your name. Won't say who it is or where I got it from. But this is what Kim and Court want. They want hey Cindy, they want there to be harmony between all the truther groups. And so here's what I'm offering. Got my first picture. Thank you for sending. As I said, if you're truly for Stephen, another thing I will not tolerate is trying to debunk Kim's story, Kim's truth. Hey, Vicky. So, if the Avery family wants to attend, there is going to be no fighting with Kim over that. You want to talk privately? Your family talk privately about it. But the rally is showing support for Stephen and Brendan, and that is all it is to be. So, and if people are coming just to start trouble, if they bother to show up, I will be videoing. Police will be there. So, just know that going in. Cindy, I've asked people if they have been messaged from a certain person who's a pedophile, where he is cyberbullying you, calling you names and such, to send it to me. And I'm going to give it to the Waupun police, since this person, this guilter, Carla's best friend, claims he's coming to the rally. He claims he's coming to film for a documentary he's doing or some crap. So, he is not welcome. I know that's Carla's little BFF, and all her BFFs are guilters. Carla, you're welcome. Oh, Rob, look at that. That's so cute. Carla, you're invited. Chuck, Earl, Marie, Brittany, Kayla, Barb, Scott, Bobby, Blaine, Brian. I would say Alan, Dolores, but I don't think they're physically capable. But if they would like to come, they're absolutely welcome to come. So there's your public invite, and I know you're watching. If you're coming just to cause drama, you're going to look like the idiot. It's once again showing that you're about the drama, not about supporting Stephen and Brendan. I know Sandra Greenman and some of her people have been saying that Stephen doesn't want this rally. Well, that's because they're either telling him that because they tell him lies about me and I'm one of the organizers of the event. So that would make Stephen say he doesn't want this. Or B, they're just flat out lying and Stephen doesn't know even anything about this rally and they're just saying it because they want something to be negative about me and this rally. Whatever. So this is we called it Rally for Stephen since it's at Waupun. That's why it's Stephen's name, not both of their names. And I also know Stephen and Brendan don't like each other. Stephen and Brendan have put into writing multiple times that they don't want to be connected. They don't want Facebook pages that includes them both. Carla has been told time and time again from both Stephen and Brendan to end her Avery Dassey project because they don't want to be together. They're two separate people. They don't want to be together. So, court's suggestion was having it at Waupun Correctional. So that's where it got the name Rally for Stephen because we're there. Then court said, we support Brendan too. How about we go to Oshkosh? So we have a Rally for Stephen that's kind of, maybe I'll make a second event and call it Rally for Brendan with about the time we'll be at Oshkosh. because maybe there's going to be people who can't make it to Waupun, but maybe they would make it for a drive around Oshkosh at that time. So maybe I'll make that event as well. And hello, Amanda. Um, so we'll have these two separate rallies. I have the masks that we've had. A couple people have sent me the money for them. The masks are $10. I don't know what it costs to ship them yet. So the couple people who have paid me have sent me $15 already, because the masks aren't sewn yet. So they've been cut into mask size. Jeff has printed them. I'm still supposed to wash them gingerly, and then I bring them to my friend who's going to be sewing them into masks, and she says that she'll have them done by the 21st will be her goal, to get them done by then. So I don't have the masks yet. Then we will also be selling, I've got my tank tops still sitting here that I showed the other day. We'll not be selling tank tops, so it's not this exact shirt. But we've got free Stephen Avery shirts that will be on gray. It's a light gray. I just think gray because they're in prison, so that's why I put it on gray. So we'll be selling these Stephen Avery ones that says free Stephen Avery on it, and it's got the Firebird logo. Jeff is also supposed to be designing one for Brendan that will have the dragonfly logo. If I can show you that too, since I'm so bad at always showing this stuff. Can you kind of see it? There's the dragonfly. So it'll be set up just like the Steven shirt, except it'll be a dragonfly instead of the Firebird. It'll say free Brendan Dassey, and then underneath it, it's going to say guessing is not confessing. Hey, Cindy Sue. And then he just printed me a couple Vagina Bat shirts that are Justice with Jax. Each shirt is $25. The Vagina Bat shirts are pink. That goes with my Justice with Jax colors. So maybe if you're a guy and want one that you can be manly enough that it's okay to wear a pink shirt. Yeah, window Jesus. So with the shirts, and they're $25, but it's only up through size extra large, because the shirts cost extra when you go into 2X and higher. So I think it's you add $2 for each extra X there is. So think of it that way. And then Jeff still has to look up what shipping would be. And obviously, if you're out of the States, shipping will cost more. So Steven will be receiving $15 for every shirt that's ordered. Brendan will get $15 of every shirt that's ordered, of the Brendan shirts. And I get $15 of the Vagina Bat. Then he is also going to make the bumper stickers for the Steven, Brendan, and Vagina Bat. And so I believe, did we say those are $5? I think those are $5. And so to order a shirt, you would go to PayPal and pay Jeff's PayPal. His PayPal, which is his work email, and let me type it in here, Jeff at advanceoffsetpress.com. So that's Jeff's email. That's also what his PayPal account is. So you PayPal him the money. In that, when you're filling out the thing on PayPal, you're also going to tell him um, what shirt you're ordering, what size, and your address for him to ship it to you. Paula, absolutely. So, people at the rally, I will bring the shirts to the rally, and then you have no shipping and handling costs. I will just bring it with me, and you can pick it up there on Friday or Saturday whenever I see you. Um, and so with those masks too, there's only 50 of them, so that's going to be an exclusive run. And so once those 50 are gone, it's done. Um, I initially said I was making those because I want to make sure people are social distancing at the rally, but then there's other people who aren't going to be at the rally that still want the rally mask. So it's going to be first come, first serve, So when those 50 are done, they're done. Maybe we'll make regular masks afterwards, but it's such a pain making these masks. But we'll talk. And then what I said we will do is Jeff will only make shirts once a month. So we're talking, we'll do it on the 15th. All orders that are done before the 15th of the month, then around the middle of the month, that's when he will, because he doesn't have the shirts in stock at his print shop. He orders them through a company that he gets them at a special rate. And the more shirts you order at a time, the less amount that the shirts cost, which that will reflect in, then if we're able to get a killer deal, then that'll be more money that would go to the guys. But also what it'll do is that Jeff doesn't just order a whole bunch of shirts and has them on hand and nobody buys them, because we've had that happen before where Jeff's just got a whole bunch of shirts. So he only wants to order shirts that somebody's paid for that he needs to print and send out. So I will absolutely be accused of stealing the money. I will happily go into the prisons and put the money on their commissary right then that day if it is allowed. Yes, we are in COVID, so maybe it's not. Maybe what I'll do, if I can't just walk into the prison and do it, when we are at happy hour, I will do it live there and film myself putting the money electronically on their account so you all can watch. I don't know what else to do. So, and for those 50 masks, somebody already donated the cost of the masks. So 100% of the $10 for the masks are going to Steven. So if all 50 of those go, remember I don't do math, but that's $500 goes to Steven just from that. Hello, Jennifer. So there's on that. So now I've covered the details on the rally. I've covered open invitation. If you say you're a supporter of Steven, even if you hate my guts, you're welcome. Even if I hate your guts, you're welcome to be there if you support Steven. We don't have to interact. We don't have to have anything to do with one another. Come there with your sign, stand out there, and show your support for Steven. If you're a guilter, fuck off. I don't know. That's Kim Vest messaging me saying, did I change my mind on the live? I am live. I have been live for a half. Whoops. Typo. Hour now. So guilters need not apply. So come on, Barb. Come on, Scott Tata. Come on, Earl. All are welcome. Let's all get along for the cause, right? And And now Kim saying, where am I live? Gossip. Um, Carol Ann, maybe those that can't make it can donate a small amount directly to Steve and Brendan's accounts. Brilliant, Carol Ann. Let me go to that. Here's where you can donate directly to Stephen through Kathleen Zellner. So on Kathleen's site, she's got, here is the link. Let me see. To donate to, so on there, she's got the link for his commissary and then a link for her to donate to his legal defense fund. So when you would go on here, you would have to first create an account and then send mail or send money. You would have to pick that it's Waupun Correctional, Stephen Avery, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, if you want to put money directly in his commissary the day of that and showing solidarity with the rally, there you go. Please do that. And we'll post stuff on that on the day, too, to remind you of that, because that would be great. And by then, too, if somebody wants to look up for me how to do it for Brendan and send it to me, I know we've got it posted before. And I think I've got a picture, a screenshot saved somewhere of how to donate to Brendan's commissary. Because while I'm inviting family are welcome to come to this, I still will not tell people to put money anywhere near anybody where that family can touch it. So it has to go directly to their commissary or to their lawyers. That's it. What else? Oh, and I want to make sure everybody does a virtual circle of love around Kim Ducat and Courtney Skinner, because this is going to be really hard for them. So so everybody keep them in your thoughts and, send them positive vibes. Then for those of you who cannot attend, we still want you to make a sign like you're going to one or both of the rallies and take a picture of your sign, or take a picture with you with your sign, take a picture of your dog with your sign. Be creative, have fun, and then we'll make a thread in both on Stephen Avery Project, the public, and also here in Gossip, that you can then all reply in that thread and put your pictures to show your support on that day. And then please add where you're from. So when Stephen and Brendan are free, if they want to check it out, they can see all the supporters they have and where they all came from. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, Erica, Kim Ducat will be at the rally. She just has some, ups and downs. It's really rough. So, she doesn't want there to be all this fighting between all the alleged supporters or truthers or whatever you want to call everybody. So, but that's why, and again, this is another Courtney thing. So, it was Courtney's idea to have a rally, Courtney's idea to have it at Waupun, Courtney's idea for Oshkosh. And then it was Courtney who said to me yesterday that she wants everybody invited, that can't everybody just get along for the cause. So, since they all watch my videos, that's why here's your official invitation to one and all. As long as you believe in Stephen and Brendan's innocence and are a supporter, you are welcome. There's lots of us, right? So if you don't like me, you can be on a different corner. Let's work different corners, right? So I'm hoping it's going to be a great day. And I'm hoping that it will give Steven a little glint in his eye, a little, if he's happens to be able to see out a window and see people out there, or hear horns being honked, or maybe if like local press comes and covers it, it goes on the news, maybe he sees it that way. But I'm hoping for Steven, and then with Brendan, since we're adding on the Brendan drive by, um, that it can give them like a warm fuzzy, a virtual hug. Well, hope to see you there, Erica. Um, and then hopefully this will be the only one we do, because they will be released within the next year. But if not, we'll organize another one, because we're not going to go away until they are freed. No, you're the best, Courtney. If anybody has suggestions, ideas, questions, concerns about the rally, you can private message me. You can email me if that's easier for you. That you can use the email official Stephen Avery Project at Gmail. Official Stephen Avery Project at gmail.com. So you can email me there if that's easier for you. If you are family and you want to talk to me, some of you already have my number. Feel free to reach out to me, or you can message me or email me at that email address. Court, do you want that job to contact local press and give them the heads up that we're going to be there? Or if you want to just compile the contact for them and give it to me, I'll reach out to them if that's better for you. But we absolutely could reach out to the local press and see if they want to come and see this support for Stephen. Yep, Tom, that's something I said. I'm going to be recording. And if somebody is there to cause problems, I'll definitely be recording that. And it's not something that I'm new to in dealing with having to record counter protesters. Happy to do it. So Um, mm-mm-mm. What else? Am I missing anything else on that? Covered the details and the times, and that I'm going to be at the hotel. Oh, not sorry. Don't be sorry, Tom. No worries. Um, um, that I'm going up on the Friday, so maybe we'll do something on the Friday night as well. Maybe what we could do on Friday, if anybody comes up on Friday or anybody who's local just wants to come and hang out, maybe the bar would let us have like a sign making thing, because I've done that many times here before events that, everybody's together and makes their sign together. So maybe we could do something like that. Or on the Friday night, if there is anybody local that wants to do a live with me to tell me their story. I know, like, there's Corey Zipper, who, no relation to the zippers involved in Steven's case, who has his own story to tell. And I just don't have the time right now to pencil him in, since this is the first week. I started 2 jobs and I'm trying to figure out that schedule. So we could do a live with him. We could do, oh yeah, Heather, Jeff can print signs. Um, Courtney, if you want the Friday night for you to tell your brother's story, we could do that. Lots of options for the Friday night, the night before the rally. I don't know what time I'm going to get there for sure, um, but I'll get that figured out. Right, Billy Joe. Yeah, I've had it at events here that I did it at like a pizza place, so then we all got pizza and stuff and made signs. So, oh, and Stephanie will be there on Friday. Nice. Um, so there you go on the rally. I know there's people who are still trying to talk shit about this rally, and I get it, because I talk shit about their rally. I don't like them, they don't like me, blah blah blah. Um, but I'm extending the olive branch. Come on out, make nicey nice, and show your support. And we'll do lives from there for those of you who can't attend. Sound good? um, I'll also get things printed up and posted about the shirts. Uh, Jeff hasn't designed the Brendan one yet that I know of. He only did the vagina bat one today. So once that's all done, then I'll make something. But the 15th, you've got 5 days for this order that we want to do when I'm making the deadline the 15th of each month. So, all right. I think I've covered everything rally wise then. Great, Court. Sounds good. Yeah, not that your phone was messing up, but um oh my god, Mark from Australia. Yikes. He's welcome. uh, um all are welcome. I just keep thinking of anybody see Poltergeist, and the the woman who could see the spirits or whatever they are. All are welcome. That's what I'm thinking of when I say that. But all right, so what I think I'll do is end this video. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Oh, Carol Ann not allowing much travel from Oz. Okay. Yep. get that. Um, there's around 50 of you that are on right now. Should I end this and do a video? We do an hour of the Brendan calls, or, well, it's a Friday here. I don't know if it's a Friday for everybody because I never know the time zone thing. But it's a Friday night. People may have plans, or it's just late or whatever. So, do I bother going into video doing Brendan calls next? What say you? Cast your votes now. While I'm waiting for somebody to comment on if you want calls now or not. And Erica is first with a yes. Kat says he's not in the US as far as she knows. Okay, it's Saturday in Oz already. Yeah, it is 5:16 p.m. here in Chicagoland. Oh yeah, Tom, always have it separate. I try to make these videos no more than an hour for each one. So it's not me droning on and on forever for people. So I think what I'll do is we'll end this. We'll do 1 hour of Brendan calls. And then that will be it for today because that'll put us at 6:15 and I can have my dinner. So, all right. Then ending this, and find me in a couple of minutes as soon as I can get this to go, that we will start a Brendan call. First, Stephanie says, dumb question. Will the time on our phones update with Central Time? I don't know. If so, like if you come here from a different time zone, is that what you're asking, Stephanie? Your phones do automatically change. And that's like math related. Yep, I asked Tom. All right. See you.